Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes to Code with your host Matthew C. Applegate. Today we're going to be looking at some examples in processing. I love using processing to help new programmers to learn how to code. It's simple and it gives the coder almost immediate feedback, which allows them to better understand what the code is doing. If you don't already have processing, I recommend you pause the video and download it from the link below. Once you have processing set up, you're ready to begin. Processing is set up into two main areas, the setup area and the draw area. As the program is run, it jumps to the setup area and carries out those instructions first. It only does this once at the beginning of the program. After it has completed the instructions in the setup area, it moves on to the draw area. The draw area loops from top to bottom until the program is terminated. Let's check out the setup code for this example in more detail. Today we are going to be making a kind of kaleidoscope type of app. Wherever you draw on the screen, it will mirror it horizontally as well as vertically. It is a pretty cool app and you can make all kinds of wacky images out of it. So let's get started. The first command we issue is size 650 by 500. This is the size of our application window. You can make it bigger or smaller if you like. The next command is background 000. This covers the entire background with the RGB values of 000, which is black. Every pixel on the screen is made up of RGB, and that stands for red, green, and blue. The next command is rect mode center. This draws our rectangles from the center and not the top left, which is the default in processing. Now with our canvas set up, let's move on to our main draw loop. Be sure to close off the setup with a curly bracket. Our first command of the draw loop is a conditional. It is a question. Is the mouse button being pressed? In fact, that question takes up all the loop actually. If the mouse isn't being pressed, the application doesn't do anything at all. The action it performs start here and end here. Every time the mouse is clicked, it will run all this code. So the next command is float r equals random 255. This creates a random number between 0 and 255 and assigns it to the variable r. The same thing happens with the G and B below. These three commands together generate a random color for our brush, which is our next command, fill RGB. This command colors our brush with the random color we created above. Now let's put the brush to canvas. The first rect command draws a 4x4 rectangle at the location of the mouse pointer. The second command draws a 4x4 rectangle on the opposite horizontal side of the screen. The third command draws a 4x4 rectangle on the opposite vertical side in the bottom left. And finally, the fourth command draws a 4x4 rectangle on the opposite vertical side in the bottom right. Now below this you will see another brace, curly bracket or squiggly bracket, whatever you want to call it. And it is super important. This says that this is the end of the actions that are coupled with the conditional statement at the top. Simple. If this is true, do all this. The next brace returns the code to the top for another loop. And there you have it. Run and draw some wacky psychedelic kaleidoscope images and let me know how you get on. Be sure to tinker with the code, change some of the examples, make the screen bigger or smaller, change the brush size, even change the way the color is randomized to get different results. Remember to take some screenshots of your art and maybe try and recreate them in the real world. I really hope you like what you have seen, and if you do, be sure to like, subscribe and comment down below. If you want more, be sure to check out the other videos in the series. There's lots of great examples to help you create computer art.